My 30-day challenge is to have a specific area on the map that I'm going to work between the hours of like 7 and 9, what he suggested, 9 and 11, 11 and 1, and then 1 and 4. So that's my 30-day plan, and then my the most impacting thing here was just meeting all you guys, seeing NFIB. It made me believe in NFIB a lot more, and I just loved meeting everyone and seeing everyone and learning, and thank you guys.
Krystal, I know it's only semantics, but a 30-day plan and a 30-day something else, it's a 30-day commitment. And I want you to make that commitment. You can do this. You have a little one. You shouldn't have to look outside your mama to find a hero. And you can be that hero. You will. Thank you.
My 30-day commitment is the activity triangle, the parts I can control. I'm going to work 8 to 10 hours a day, and I'm going to get the 40 to 50 door pulls. What impacted me most this week, obviously, was everybody here and the instructors, but 2 things stood out. One was Randy's hero speech, which is what I'll refer to that as, and the second was working with Flo, who I usually call Glo. Sometimes slow, but at the end of the day yesterday, I never get it right. She forgives me every time. But at the end of the day yesterday, we finally got our first sale at 3:30 for $125. And on the way back to the hotel, I told her what a crappy day it was. And she doesn't always smile because she yelled at me. And she told me that it was a great day, and she was pissed. She was pissed that I didn't see the greatness of the day, that we worked hard, we did our job. So I thank her for that. And if anybody ever sees this, I to my sons, Dylan Carter. I love you. And I miss you.
Jeff, it was an honor meeting you. You have personality for days. I loved hearing about your love for music. I could just tell you've got charisma, you're going to make it far. And it was a pleasure to meet you.
My 30-day commitment is to do 10 new businesses a week as a minimum. And what I've taken from this is exactly what I needed. I had trouble with my conviction of taking money from a business owner and knowing that that was making an impact, and I needed that to be here. And it is all the way there because of everything you guys did, so I really appreciate it.
Meeting you too. You ask questions, I can tell you care, and I can tell you really do want to know the answers and you believe in what NFIB does. So it was a pleasure and honor to meet you.
Well, the background for my 30-day commitment is I've been working in an area that has been, the cities have been worked probably about 8 months ago, so I gravitated to the rural, which means that I probably only got 4 to 5 interviews in during a day. So my commitment really is to work on my planning more and put a plan in place that will not only incorporate the rural, but bring in 40 door pulls that will obviously result in more interviews. And what's impacted me the most this week was, what I've noticed about NFIB is that, probably like you, I've had a training, a retraining, and then my DM came in and worked with me for 3 days. And now I've had the one-on-one experience, and what I've noticed is that I came from a sales background, and I knew this was going to be a stretch, but I've only been able to absorb so much at a time, and I've heard much of this probably from the initial training on, but I wasn't ready to absorb it, and so little by little, some of this is becoming a part of me, like universal second closes and what follows, tightening up the interview, writing with Kenny Chesney, and around every corner was another contractor And Tim pointed out some things just with my approach that probably no one else could see, and he was on it, and I appreciate that. And so those things, as we just learn them a piece at a time, hopefully in the course of, I don't know when you hit a level where you're becoming extremely proficient, but that's what I'm looking forward to.
Andy, I was glad to have you in my group. Whenever we got strayed and started talking about other stuff, you were always right there coming up with the answers. I could ask you anything. I mean, you know your stuff, and you just seem like strength when I look at you. You're on top of things, and I can tell that you're going to do very good at this job.